detail. Halt. Right. Face. Forward. March. March. Halt. Left. Face. Forward. March.
Please follow. Family, our most sincere condolences in your loss, and say that it is truly an honor for us that you've chosen Riverside National as father, grandfather, great-grandfather, your loved one, and your friend's final resting place, as we are veterans caring for veterans and their families. Yes, ma'am. This afternoon, our world's finest United States Navy and Memorial Honor Detail, Team 12, all volunteers will be performing military honors. That will consist of the rifle volley, the sounding of taps, and the folding and presentation of our national colors to you, my dear, the next of kin. The rifle volley will take place to my left. It'll be extremely loud. If we have anyone here with sensitive hearing, you may want to protect your ears. These are World War II era rifles, and once again, they are extremely loud. During the sounding of taps, we ask that you place your right hand over your heart. If we have any veterans present in the crowd today, please render a proper military salute to our fallen American hero. Family, friends, what you're about to witness this afternoon is not for sale. Not at any price, nor for any cost. You see, it simply can't be purchased. But it was earned by your loved one and your friend when he put on both that Air Force and Navy uniform, selflessly going into harm's way during the Korean War in defense of the very freedom and democracy we as Americans cherish each day. These sailors you see before you, they carry on that fine tradition. And let me remind each and every person that's present to pay tribute to this honorable veteran that without a doubt, freedom certainly is never free. So at this time, please rise for the rendering of full military honors. Senior Chief, take charge.
Detail. Attention. Rifle team commander, prepare to fire 3 volleys.
Detail. Let's get in. Forward. Forward. Left step to the rear. Forward. Unlock. Back. 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 Lock. Ready? Front.
Please face forward for the sounding of taps. and gentlemen, the great flag of the United States of America. Long may she wave.
As all of you know me, I've been his son-in-law, 37. He was not just my father-in-law, he was my buddy. I had a lot of trip, a lot of convention, a lot of sport meets, camping, and many things we did together. And that was my blessing to have a good time with him. I have nothing, just beautiful memories and a lot of trips we did together. And I loved him very much. This morning I have received an email from Charlie, which is he's in Tennessee. I would like to read that for all of you. It says, from Charlie, we did not come to you as often as we would like to, but when we did enjoy every day. We would always enjoy going to Pennerton and go to the beach. You always take me to store with you, and when you met, and I enjoyed that very much. You introduced me to many new people, and you and Grandma would always take us to Chuck E. Cheese. The greatest things was going to go was subordinate, and you taught me a lot. The value of dollar and saving. The one lesson I returned was not to take any grief from people, but that comes from Jim Griffin. When there was a disaster in America, Red Cross know who to call when there was any emergency. Jim Griffin. He always would to say, you gotta have a little payback. Your loving grandson, Charlie Rubicon. The second email, it comes from Holly, my wife, and Jamie. You always call him Aunt Jamie. Thank you for all sharing the life of Jim Griffin. He conduct himself a character of honor and dignity. He served all branches of military, Air Force, Army, Marine, Navy. A real American to be honored. I believe his favorite was the CB, by far. Dad returned, I believe his favorite was, he returned a Master Chief Petty Officer. That's what he accomplished. And also served for American Red Cross, saving American life and donating his can do in CB scale to Habitat for Humanity. His life member of the Sierra Club and a master scuba instructor, the monitor to all. That experienced glorious things in his life and spared that to others. That was no phony. Always tell you just like it was. Jim Griffin lived his own reality show before reality TV ever come along. We were there, we were his troops. Growing up, it was sometimes hard, but it was real love he had for all of us, the children. But most of all, soften it when the grandkids come along. All of you grandchildren have his legacy, which is true, to love him and your grandpa. Touch your life forever and ever. Please carry on his generosity of life with character and dignity that always encourage you to be the best you can be, can do, that always educate himself and others. We are so proud Jim Griffin is our father and loved him so much. we thank you with that. When you get knocked down, get your ass up again and carry on. That always loved his life to the fullest. We love our father, Holly and Jake.
Very emotional. This is a celebration of life. I just want to say, growing up with Jim, told my son this story. I was about 13, Jim was about 8. I'm coming down 123rd Street going to Amsterdam. Big crowd around. Fight going on. There's one big fella, he's about 6 foot. Now 6 foot at that time was pretty tall. He was about 200 pounds, big Irishman. And he is beating up on Jim something awful. So I see that it's my brother. I go running in there. I grab both of them and I'm pulling and shoving, trying to break it up. Jim pulls me to the side and he says, "Don't ever do that. I fight my own battles." But he was a wonderful guy.